News Talk 630 and 99.7 FM, WPRO.
WPRO News time is 7:51, and joining me now is founder of the relatively new group UnShelter Me. It's Erika Dugas. Good morning, Erika.
Good morning, Steve. Thanks for having me.
Thanks very much for coming on with us this morning. Tell us about UnShelter Me and the dogs that you help.
Sure. Basically, over the years of volunteering at shelters across the state, we made an observation that some of these dogs were being turned in for behavioral issues, and their stays at the shelter workers do an amazing job caring for these dogs every day, and they supply so much in the way of, shelter and care, but there were no resources for behavioral issues for the dogs. So this would have two effects. Either it would extend their stay at the shelter, which then often exacerbated the behavior issues, or they would get adopted, go into the home. The owners wouldn't really have a ton of resources to work on the behaviors, and then they ended up getting returned. So when we saw this kind of issue happening over and over again, my training partner and I were really thinking about how can we support the shelters and rescues in our state to help these dogs that are having a difficult time getting adopted, and even more so, how do we support the adoptive families once these dogs are in the home?
So how do people hook up with you and get some help?
So what we'd like to do is we'd love to send everybody to our Facebook page, because that's been our community central, if you will. And we are always posting pictures of the dogs that are in our program, the things that we're working on, at what part of the program that the dogs are in. So we have two services that we offer to shelters. And these programs that we do offer are free of charge for shelters and rescues. And one is our Adoption Accelerator program. Right now we have 2 dogs in that program. And then we have the Rehome Sweet Home Transition Support program. We have 2 dogs that are taking advantage of that program. And we've probably placed about 20 dogs in the last 12 to 14 months. Everybody's doing really well. And shelters and rescues can reach out to us either, via our Facebook page or our website, or, there's phone numbers, there's emails, there's tons of ways that they can get in touch with us, and we'll always be happy to talk about the dogs that they're having trouble with.
So you find most dogs, for the most part, can be helped when they have come to you with behavioral problems?
We are definitely firm believers that dogs have a capacity for resilience that I don't think we even understand the depth of. So a lot of these dogs they've been under a ton of emotional stress. They're put into fosters and rescues. Some have been strays for a long time. Some have lost their homes that they've had since they were puppies. We find when we take that stress away, that we allow them to decompress, we allow them to be calm enough to begin to learn, their behaviors begin to change, and their adoption probabilities start to widen. And we've seen that with the case of a number of dogs that we've worked with. So although we do understand that we can't save them all, unfortunately there are dogs that go through so much trauma that they do have some permanent behavioral injury that we can't fix. But what we are interested in is really finding out, where they can go and how good they can get, and can we make them safe, and, can we let them peel off this history and start to rewrite a new life for themselves with a family that, has time to give them.
All right. So it's called UnShelter Me. It's relatively new, and very interesting to check you out on Facebook, because you've got some videos and pictures there of some cutie dogs, so yep. People are going to enjoy it.
I hope so.
All right, well, wish you the best of luck, and thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you very much, Steve. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too. Erika Dugas at UnShelter Me, and as she says, the best way to connect is through their Facebook page. All right, WPRO News time is 7:55.